Welcome to the best beginner's disc for Vibram. Psst, one of these is going in my bag.
Let's do it.
As usual, Dad and I do our field work. We come out with the disc we're given. We throw as many shots as we can to warm up. As you all know, if you watch these videos, Dad and I have about a moderate arm speed. We throw about 350 if we're throwing a good 90 to 95% of our power. And with these discs, this is what we have to share for you.
Okay, my review of the Onyx. Tell you one thing, it's really light, and I was really afraid it was going to like just major turn over. It turned over a little bit, but me and my son were throwing this at about 350, fairly consistent. It was kind of really strange to have something this light go that far. The other thing that we did differently today than we normally do on videos is we did almost every shot downwind, because we always do it into the wind. We wanted to show what happens downwind, because we thought with a lighted disc this would really work out well, and man, did it. It was really nice, really grippy. I like the feel of it. It has a real shallow lip on it, so it releases really easy out of your hand. And again, you really don't have to put that much power into it. I didn't really have to put it that much of a hyzer, maybe 10 degrees at the most, and it just kept going. It still turned to the right a little bit, flattened out, and just landed flat. Great disc, love that disc. The Ibex, kind of like a rock to me. Although I don't throw a rock, I've thrown a few, but it has the same characteristics, same release. Again, it was getting out there 250 fairly consistently, 275. It did have a little bit of a hard turn at the end, not too bad, but it hit and do a little bounce, and that was about it. But we threw down this track that you can see behind us, and it held the line till about the last 20%, and then it just started to do its turn, kind of hit, skip, and it stopped. Very consistent. You can throw it perfectly straight right down the line. And the Summit, very straight, just dead straight, good lip, nothing hangs up on it, not too deep, good feel to the plastic. I like that part. Pretty much whatever line you want to put it on, it stays on that line. All three of these discs are really good beginner discs.
Now I gotta start off by saying that the Onyx only comes in very light weights. They're in the 130s. This is a 138 gram Onyx, and I gotta tell you, immediately, this is the very first time I've thrown anything Vibram, and the immediate noticings that I had for this disc is several different things. One, if I get in real close to the camera here, you can see that they actually give a line of what that flight characteristic should be. If you throw at that particular arm speed at that mile per hour, that's the type of flight characteristics you should get on average with this disc. And you know, they just put a lot of fit and finish into their product. You know, I really like how the stamps, they're either raised or they recede into the actual disc. It just feels like a professional quality disc, and it doesn't feel like any other disc you've ever thrown, right? Because Vibram is a form of rubber, and you know, they actually make these discs by a compression process. So these discs are both made of different material and made in a different process than any other manufacturer. If you haven't thrown Vibram, I definitely suggest you get out there and try one or two of their products, because it's different than anything. They do feel sturdy, they do feel reliable, they feel like they're gonna be in your bag long before you need to replace it with anything, because they feel like they can take licking and keep on ticking. This Onyx for me was very understable, and I've got a little bit more of a snap at the end of my release than Dad does, and because of that I tend to pull the disc a little bit to the right more and more often. So for this disc I had to throw it on a pretty significant hyzer line in order to be able to get it to actually flip up in its flight path and get the most out of it. But this disc is the one that's going to go in my bag. There's no doubt about it, because I previously wanted to get the DGA Sail, which I think was very similar to this, but the amount of glide that this disc has, it just was gliding forever. Love the disc. Can't say enough good things about it. Is it good for a beginner? Yeah. Is it good for a child? Yeah. Is it good for a woman? Yeah. Anybody with a low arm speed like Dad?
Got him!
If you got low arm speed, yes, but someone like me and Dad with immediate arm speed, it's going to take a little bit more technical ability, again, to release it at the right angle, so that way the disc does what you want it to do. Ibex, great mid-range disc. I share very similar experience as Dad. This Ibex is very consistent. Again, professional quality rubber grip, and I love the grip. I love the shallow rim. I love the fact that it goes straight and finishes left, just like a mid-range should. Anybody can use that for a mid-range. Lastly, we're going to talk about the Summit. This putter is an overall perfect putter for a beginner. Why? Because you can drive with it and you can putt with it. Not only can you putt with it within the circle, but you can putt out of the circle. Because it is a slightly understable putter, this is going to hold a straight flight path longer than an overstable putter. For Vibram, we can't say enough about the Onyx, the Ibex, and the Summit. If you want to find out more beginner's discs from the different manufacturer, check out our series.
What time is it?
As always, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this channel. Infinite Disc, your disc golf superstore. Go in there, put in our discount code to get 5% off your purchase of all your disc golf needs. Go to blenderseyewear.com. These glasses are rad, and you can use the Tuck Force 1 discount code to receive 20% off your purchase. We've got new videos out every week. Have an amazing day.